Welcome to this special explainer. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that can literally make or break your international growth, mastering U.S. exports. If you're selling physical goods and shipping them from outside the United States, specifically from markets like India to U.S. buyers, you already know crossing borders isn't just about printing a shipping label. It's about navigating the incredibly complex and, let's be real, sometimes super frustrating world of customs. Today, we're going to unlock Etsy's tools to help you avoid those surprise fees and keep your buyers absolutely thrilled.
Let's address the massive elephant in the room right off the bat. Are customs duties totally ruining your U.S. orders? There is literally nothing worse for an export seller than crafting a beautiful, high-quality product, shipping it perfectly on time, only to get slammed with the dreaded one-star review. Why? Because your U.S. customer was hit with an unexpected import duty the second it arrived. That kind of friction costs you repeat business, it damages your store's reputation, and it just kills your momentum. But hey, it really doesn't have to be this way.
To fix this issue forever, here's our roadmap for today's explainer. We'll start by decoding the tariff calculator, move into a step-by-step guide, and then hit a description masterclass. After that, we'll look at HS versus HTS codes, explore smart pricing with DDP, and wrap it all up with some essential exporter tips.
All right, part 1, decoding the tariff calculator.
We really need to understand the specific tool Etsy built to solve our cross-border customs nightmares. They provide a US Estimated Tariffs Calculator, which is powered by their partner Zonos. Basically, this tool analyzes your listing and spits out a highly educated guess of the import duty, tariffs, and taxes your buyer might face when the package actually hits US customs. But, and this is absolutely crucial, I want you to focus on the word estimates. It's a fantastic tool to help you plan, but it is strictly an estimate. It's not a legally binding guarantee. Customs officials always have the final say.
So who actually needs this? Well, it's absolutely perfect for sellers exporting physical goods. If you're shipping things like handmade jewelry, t-shirts, wooden crafts, home decor, candles, or knitting yarn from India to the USA, this tool was essentially built specifically for you. It takes a huge amount of guesswork out of exporting these highly scrutinized physical categories.
Moving right along to part 2, our step-by-step usage guide.
We know what the tool is, so let's get into how you actually use it right inside your shop. The process within your Etsy shop manager is actually brilliantly simple. Just 5 exact steps. First, you'll open up a new or existing listing. Second, scroll on down to the Price and Inventory section and hit Get Started under the U.S. Tariff Costs Estimate. Third, just fill in your product details, including the price and country of origin. Fourth, review the HS or HTS code that Zonos automatically suggests for you. And fifth, click to generate your estimate. Boom! Done.
Let's look at the simple math this calculator generates. Say you're selling a cotton t-shirt originating from India for 25 bucks. The tool might estimate an import duty of $3 based on the code. This means it predicts the final landed cost for your US buyer will be $28. Just like that, you suddenly have total visibility into exactly what your customer's wallet is going to experience.
All right, part 3, good versus bad descriptions.
Here's the catch with all of this. The calculator is really only as smart as the information you feed it. Vague product descriptions will completely break its ability to estimate anything accurately. For example, just putting shirt as your description is way too vague. A silk shirt and a synthetic blend shirt have completely different tariff rates. Instead, using something like men's 100% cotton short-sleeve t-shirt gives specific material, gender, and style details. That drastically increases the chance that Zonos will pull the exact correct customs code.
Here's another really great example. Writing luxury scented candle for cozy vibes might sound amazing for your marketing, but let me tell you a little secret. Customs officials do not care about your cozy vibes. They only care about facts. They need to know what it's made of and exactly how it's packaged. Writing soy wax candle in glass container, 8 ounces, gives the algorithm the actual factual materials it requires to classify the product accurately.
Let's do one more just to really drive the point home. Don't write beautiful home decor. Instead, specify handmade mango wood decorative wall hanging. Wood type matters. Construction method matters. Giving them mango wood guarantees a much more precise and accurate tariff classification than just tossing the word beautiful at a busy border agent.
Okay, moving to part 4, mastering HS and HTS codes. Now that we know exactly how to describe our products, let's shift our focus to the actual technical acronyms that pop out and why they completely dictate the fate of your shipments. First up is the HS code, which stands for Harmonized System.
This is literally the global language of customs. It's an internationally used product classification number that universally tells border agencies what is inside the box. For example, the HS code for a cotton t-shirt is 6109. Silver jewelry usually falls under 7113, and candles are 3406. It's a standard numerical system used all over the world.
Then we have the HTS code, or Harmonized Tariff Schedule code. You can think of this as the US-specific extended version of the global HS code. While the HS code gives the general category, the HTS code narrows it down specifically for American import regulations. This is the exact code that ultimately triggers the final tax bill for your buyer when that item lands in the US.
So the really crucial point here is understanding this numerical difference. A standard global HS code is generally 6 digits long, but the US HTS code extends that base up to 10 digits to capture highly specific details. So while the global code for your t-shirt might be 6109.10, the US HTS code will look a bit more like 6109.10.0012.
Let's jump into Part 5, Smart Pricing with DDP.
We're now moving into the absolute most powerful business strategy section of this explainer. How do we take all this data, the estimates and the codes, and use it to completely protect the buyer experience? The answer lies in 3 little letters, DDP. Delivered Duty Paid. This is a shipping method where you, the seller, pay the import duty in advance using your courier. When you do this, you ensure there are 0 surprise fees for the buyer upon delivery. It is the ultimate customer service strategy for export sellers who want those glowing 5-star reviews.
Let's look at how this builds a vastly superior customer journey. Imagine selling a $100 item. Without DDP, you pay 0 duty up front, but your buyer gets slapped with a surprise delivery fee at their doorstep. Frustration absolutely ensues, right? But with DDP, you still sell it for $100, but you coordinate with your courier to pay the $15 duty up front. The result? A perfectly smooth delivery and a really happy customer.
Let's walk through a real-world scenario of how you actually fund this. Say you sell handmade silver earrings from India. Your base sale price is $50. The calculator gives you an estimated duty of $6. Now, instead of eating that cost yourself or surprising the buyer later, you just bake it in. You create a US-specific listing price of $56. You charge the $56, pay the $6 duty via DDP with your courier, and you keep your full $50 margin while delivering a flawless, fee-free experience to your customer. It's a total game changer. And finally, Part 6, Essential Tips for Exporters.
That pricing trick is brilliant, but before we wrap up, we really need to cover some final compliance warnings to keep your business safe, legal, and profitable on the logistics side. Let's talk about where the final responsibility lies. First, always declare exact HS codes on your customs forms. Second, do not blindly trust the calculator. You absolutely must verify those codes with your courier, like DHL, FedEx, or UPS, before you ship. Third, ensure your GST filings match your actual invoices, not just the calculator's estimate. And finally, always remember, this tool is an incredible estimator, but never, ever an absolute legal guarantee.
This thought right here perfectly summarizes the core thesis of our analysis today. Proactive pricing and precise customs descriptions don't just keep you compliant, they actively protect your brand's reputation. When you take the friction out of international shipping, you turn nervous, first-time international buyers into loyal, repeat customers, and that's exactly what we want. So I'll leave you with this final thought. Are you ready to upgrade your US pricing strategy? Please, don't let another 5-star product get ruined by a 1-star delivery experience. Take a look at your top-selling US listings today, run them through the tariff calculator, and see if shifting to a delivered duty-paid model is the massive unlock your export business has been waiting for. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and happy selling.